All right, good morning to you here on our Saturday, January the 15th. The meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. This was a look during the 7 o'clock hour from our sky cam over at Charlotte Douglas International, looking back toward uptown Charlotte. Pretty sunrise, just enough of those mainly high-level clouds to make for a pretty scene out there this morning. Temperatures chilly, 36 in Charlotte, 30 Greensboro, 27 in Boone, 40 in Columbia, 29 in Raleigh. Of course, our big story is the approaching winter storm that really gets here in earnest tonight. In advance of that, we have a winter storm warning in effect for the entire Mountain, Charlotte, and Triad viewing areas, and even a good chunk of the Triangle viewing area also included in that winter storm warning. Now here's Storm Tracker this morning. It's pretty quiet, a little bit of light snow a possibility today in parts of the mountains, and even outside of the mountains, some very light precipitation. But again, in earnest, we'll see that precipitation begin tonight as the storm system continues to organize and work our way. It doesn't look overly impressive now, but it's really going to explode this afternoon and into this evening. So let me show you what it looks like here on Futurecast. There we are this afternoon, pretty quiet, and I think this evening relatively quiet too. But later tonight, really after midnight, we see that initial wave of precipitation arrive. For a lot of us, it is snow mixed with sleet initially. Mainly just snow in the mountains and foothills. That's 6 a.m. tomorrow. We then get deeper into the day tomorrow, those shades of pink. That is that sleet and freezing rain scenario. Pure snow likely confined to the highest mountain spots, and even there it may mix with a little bit of sleet. But across a lot of the lower foothill spots, the Piedmont, this is a freezing rain and or sleet scenario for a lot of the day tomorrow. And then you notice temperatures warm enough south and east of I-85, east of Charlotte, southeast of the Triad, that it even kicks over to a brief period of regular rain in those areas. Now on the backside of this system, this is that little comma head of snow that then could pivot through at the tail end of the event tomorrow evening. I'll show you my forecast in a second. First, a couple of model projections. This is the European model, and these are snow totals on the European model. Big numbers in the mountains. And notice it keeps some pretty aggressive snow totals down Cleveland, Lincoln, Catawba, Iredell County. I think that's a little bit overdone. Let me show you the North American model. A lot of times in this scenario, the North American model, the regional Canadian model, they do very well with the thermal profiles, the temperatures. So I think that's a more realistic scenario in terms of snow potential. So here is my forecast as of this morning. 6 to 12 inches in many mountain spots. The highest mountain spots could easily exceed a foot. Lower mountain spots down into the foothills, think more toward the lower end of that range with more sleet mixing in. North and west of I-85, 2 to 6 inches. Again, as you get closer to I-85, think the lower end of that range. Now let's talk ice accumulation. Again, here's the European model. Take the amounts with a grain of salt. You don't get 100% accumulation efficiency with freezing rain. But there's the European model. There again is the North American model. And you can just kind of see where the footprint of the heaviest freezing rain potential is. And so here is my freezing rain accumulation, ice accumulation potential. A lot of the Charlotte area, a lot of the Triad, 1/4 to 1/2 inch of freezing rain accumulation possible. Now there could very well be a ribbon somewhere in there that even gets some higher freezing rain accumulations if we see freezing rain as the predominant precipitation type as opposed to sleet. It's a very fine line between sleet and freezing rain. The bottom line here is I think this is still a significant disruptive winter storm. You need to continue your preparations today for an extended period of power outages somewhere in this area, maybe in a lot of spots in this area, if the heavier freezing rain scenario does indeed materialize. Travel all across western and much of central North Carolina will become difficult to impossible by tomorrow morning. So again, finish those preparations in advance of this incoming winter storm. Remember, Spectrum News 1, we're there for you on television with weather every 10 minutes. We'll have complete team coverage of this winter storm tomorrow morning. Nobody will be able to cover that storm like we will be able to all across the state. And also the Spectrum News app there on your phone. If you were to lose power, you can stream the station there right within the app if you are a Spectrum Internet customer. Have a great Saturday. Stay safe and God bless.